Welcome back to In Your Defense. Today I'm excited as we wrap up our series on expungements and non-disclosures here in Texas. And let's dive into non-disclosures. So a non-disclosure is a process that enables you to hide or to seal your criminal record as it relates to a certain offense. So 4 questions I think you need to ask yourself if you're considering a non-disclosure. Let's go through those. First question you need to ask yourself is, am I eligible? So in Texas, you are eligible to non-disclose or to hide or seal certain parts of your criminal record of an offense if you completed successfully deferred adjudication probation. So if you had a certain charge and you entered a no contest plea and you were placed on community supervision and you successfully completed all those terms, you very well could be eligible to have it non-disclosed. The second part of the eligibility analysis, though, is a little more challenging. That depends on the charge itself. So certain charges in Texas you're not allowed to non-disclose. Those are obviously violent crimes like murder, kidnapping. Crimes involving registration for sex offenses typically are not eligible. Family violence charges, anything around family violence, stalking, things like that. And crimes involving children, a lot of those are not going to allow you to non-disclose. So second question you need to ask yourself is, this is kind of off that first answer, do I need a lawyer? Yes, I do. I think you do need a lawyer on a non-disclosure. You don't have to, you can do it yourself. But if there's any ambiguity about the type of offense that you successfully completed your deferred adjudication period with, I think you need a lawyer to make sure it's done correctly. So you don't have to have a lawyer. I do recommend a lawyer for that. Third question you have to ask yourself is, how long does it take to get a non-disclosure? So it's about the same process as an expunction in that it can take maybe up to 6 months to have everything sealed or hidden. The process itself procedurally is about 45 days from when you request it to when the prosecuting attorney will respond. So under the statute, they're allowed 45 days to respond. And then if they have a response and they don't object to it, a lot of times a judge will sign off on that order. So you can expect at least about 2 months at the beginning, and sometimes it takes a little bit longer for your record to actually be hidden or non-disclosed. And the fourth question you should ask yourself when considering a non-disclosure in Texas is, do I need to hire a local lawyer? That is, if I did deferred adjudication probation in some remote part of Texas or a different town other than Austin, do I need to hire a lawyer from that town? No, you don't. I handle non-disclosures as I do expunctions all over the state of Texas, and I'm glad to help you and counsel you on that. So if you have any questions as we wrap up our series here on In Your Defense about expungements, about your criminal history, about how to respond to questions on applications for jobs or graduate school, etc., or governmental applications for advancements in your career, or non-disclosures and your eligibility, reach out to me, Attorney Steve Toland, or us here at Pekin Toland. We're always glad to help. Thank you.